Hey everybody, did you know that there are at least 15 white sandy beaches at Walt Disney World resorts and parks? We're going to talk about that this week and how to use them for relaxation on your next trip.
Absolutely. And once you finish using those amazing white sandy beaches, we'll tell you what to order at Wine Bar George. And here's a hint. It may be wine, but it's definitely cheese.
That's right. So all that and the latest news on this week's episode. Hello there, our podcast family. Welcome to Season 3.
Season 3.
Welcome to 2021. Blessedly.
Yes.
Welcome
Yes.
to 2021.
Yes.
Welcome to our newest set of ears.
I really racked up on this last trip.
You did.
But
man.
these are my favorites. These are pizza ears from the Italy Pavilion at EPCOT.
And you really, at Epcot specifically, you racked up on
I was trying to find some in each pavilion.
some really top-heavy ears. And
Whew, some
these,
of them were.
I remember you saying were really comfortable.
So comfy. I love these ears.
And they got the gingham.
got the gingham.
We've
Gingham
got
bow.
we've got we've got a new sipper I see that you got here. We've got some new members of the live studio
Live
audience.
studio audience. I got one particularly
I
here.
know.
Grogu's joining us here on my shoulder.
I can't
He's
tell you how popular he
very
is in the
excited.
parks.
Very excited. No, walking around the park, so many cast members would say, "I love your child." I was like, "That's fantastic."
It's a little weird too. So we're back. It's 2021. We're super excited. Since our last episode, we have been to Disney. We've experienced Christmas and New Year's, and now I cannot wait to get going into Season 3 because there's some exciting stuff coming.
Yes, absolutely.
But as always, I took a gander at where we got our downloads from, and in particular, I wanted to start out with two places where there are people listening to us that we absolutely love and adore. Okay. Gastonia, North Carolina.
Oh, yes.
Shout out to our good friends there.
Yes.
And Beaufort, South Carolina.
Beaufort. Hello, Beaufort.
We love these people so much.
Yes, we do.
Also, though, Barberton, Ohio. Oak Grove, Oregon.
Okay.
And I don't know that I'm going to say this right. Lilienthal, Germany.
Lilienthal.
Which is in Lower Saxony in northwest Germany. Not far from the North Sea.
Okay.
So, hey, thank you, everybody who's downloaded, who's listening, who's watching us on YouTube. We hope you'll continue. We hope you'll invite friends. And we're so excited for 2021.
Yes.
So, to really kick that off, we have got a super cool
big announcement
for our prize pack that we're going to be launching this week.
Yeah, we've got a huge giveaway. We bought some really amazing things in the parks this past trip with the idea we're going to do 3 big giveaways.
Yeah, over the next 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah, this season. We're going to do
This
3
season,
big giveaways this season. So we will not be doing the Where Is It Wednesday contest. This is going to replace those. We're doing 3 big things instead of little weekly things. Yeah. So be on the lookout this week. We will have a video launching, showing you what we're giving away. It's big stuff. We're talking about lounge flies. We're talking about popcorn buckets and ears and park-specific merchandise. So be on the lookout for that because it will tell you how to enter and all of the rules and details. That video will be posted on YouTube. We will share it on Insta and Twitter.
Yep, absolutely. Cannot wait for y'all to see what's in that prize pack.
Yes.
It's going to be really, really cool.
Yes.
So, okay, with that, let's get rolling. Let's get over to Main Street. A lot of news. I'm going to try to go quickly here. Park hopping returned on January the 1st.
Saw that.
So there are rules around it. You have to have a park reservation for at least one park that you do attend before you can park hop. Park hopping starts around 2 o'clock in any of the parks, but I'm sure that's subject to change on any given day.
Right.
It's a good idea to call. They've got a number that you can pick up in the parks. To call the number to see if there is capacity at the park you want to hop to.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so they made a really easy number that you can call when you're there.
Okay.
And for Rise of the Resistance, you cannot take part in the 2 o'clock virtual queue sign up if that's where you're park hopping.
Where you're hopping.
That
right.
you have to have a reservation at.
Yeah, I think
at
that's
Hollywood Studios
that's
to
fair.
do Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, there's enough competition. We saw that while we were there.
Yeah, really.
How people stopped what they were doing at 2 o'clock, and then there were
Yes.
screams of joy at 2:01,
Or cries of despair.
or tears. Yeah. And so Epcot, we've talked about a couple times. They're redoing so much of Epcot, and that main entryway, they're sort of throwing that back. There's a lot more greenery spent a lot of attention on this new fountain out front of Spaceship Earth. They took the walls down. You can actually see the fact they literally took the walls down like 2 days after we left.
I know.
But it's beautiful. It's gonna this beams of light coming up out of it. It's just amazing. So they did a really good job there. They've been lighting up the barge out in the middle of World Showcase Lagoon for the Harmonious fireworks and light show that's coming. That's going to replace Epcot Forever and Illuminations. So they've been lighting that up at night. I'm sure that's been exciting for those who have been there to see it. I think it's interesting that in the parks they have been relaxing some of the physical distancing rules on a few rides. So like on Flight of Passage, they're now using all of the seats. So you're elbow to elbow with anybody else on the ride with you. And the justification they gave was that CDC guidelines say you have to be within a certain proximity of someone for more than 15 minutes. And so the ride is not 15 minutes, and you're not really facing each other.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably it, is you're not facing each other.
So, but they've also been adding more plexiglass to ride cars in an effort to add more people to the cars and speed up the lines. Like at Small World, they had not done that yet while we were there.
Right.
And so they only had like 2 parties in those boats. With plexiglass, they should add more. Line moves fast. I think they're setting it up to increase capacity again at the parks.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, in particular, Smuggler's Run needs to move faster. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure feels imminent. It feels like it's about to launch.
I saw some stuff on social media this week, and I was like, it's about to.
Yeah, they had some people like testing it and previewing it and stuff like that. I think it's about to launch, and they were about ready to let people down that little passageway even while we were there. I know,
we saw.
So, but it does look like Tron and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind probably won't launch for the 50th anniversary this year.
Okay.
Probably go 2022 before those are ready.
Yeah, Tron looked like it had a ways to go.
A little ways to go, yeah. This was true when I wrote this next one. Gideon's has opened in Disney Springs, but they have now reclosed after 11 days for
they didn't really
unknown reasons.
Yeah, they didn't say, but you got to assume it's COVID.
Speculation, indeed. But they had like 2.5 hour lines to get in there.
They were doing a virtual queue.
Yeah, virtual queue.
And the queue had gotten up to 4 hours.
Oh, my word. Listen, though.
I would do it.
We stopped. We stopped at the original Gideon's on our way into town this past trip, and those cookies are absolutely worth it.
I saw somebody say, make sure you time your virtual queue properly because they only do the hot cookies and ice cream for 1 hour a night.
1 hour.
And you want to be able to time getting into the queue so that you get in the restaurant during that hour.
Oh, gosh, that's so much
the
work.
math that goes into this
Seriously.
visit. No,
I think
it's worth it.
I just hope I get in there while I get the hot cookies and the ice cream. And would then make sure that I take part in that.
Anybody that's saying online it's not worth the wait, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I've
never seen or tasted
anything
cookie
like it,
like what they are doing there. It is straight up sorcery. Okay, so the resorts, the Mickey and Friends themed decor for the Luna Park pool at Boardwalk is up.
Yes, thank God
the
for
clown
that.
is down.
God.
Clown
I think that was the least that they could have done in 2020. Honestly. We did not need some kind of creepy clown in 2020.
Oh, man, that thing, it was time to go, and it did. It looks great.
It looks much better.
The new facade on the Keister coaster looks wonderful.
Looks a lot better.
The electric water pageant has returned to Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake.
I do like that. I
don't know.
Old school, but
I
like
love it. I love it. I think I love it the most because it catches me off guard every time. Yeah. I totally forget it's there, and then it shows up, and I'm like 6 again.
Yeah.
It's great. So that thing's running again. Soul came out.
I loved it.
Soul came out.
We watched it on the day it came out. No spoilers, but I thought it was great. I've seen reviews online that didn't like it. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I think it's an adult movie, but I really loved it.
I think it speaks to somebody. It definitely speaks to someone that's 45. I can say that.
Yes. No, I think it speaks to someone middle-aged.
Yeah.
Maybe that's going through a career change.
Who could that be?
I don't know. Listen, maybe me.
It spoke to me. I'm not going through a career change, but it definitely spoke to me.
No, it spoke to me too, for sure.
I thought it was great. It hit just the right notes with me.
Yeah.
WandaVision comes out on January 15th. I need to do some research on this thing. It looks bonkers.
What in the world is WandaVision?
WandaVision is a Marvel TV show. It takes the Scarlet Witch or Wanda from the Marvel Avengers movies.
Wait, the Scarlet Witch's name is Wanda?
Yes.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yes. It's
not a very witchy name. You know what I mean? That's not like a real hard name.
You wouldn't say that to her face.
I wouldn't. I'm just saying.
Give you one of these numbers.
Like if I was going to be a really hard witch,
Wanda.
Wouldn't go by Wanda.
Her name is Wanda, and you wouldn't say that to her face. Vision. So Wanda and Vision, they were a thing, right?
Oh, okay.
Remember Vision was the guy with the...
Right. I did not know. Her name... They did not call her Wanda in any of those Avenger movies.
I think they did.
They did not. I would have called that.
I don't know. I meant to go and look at the backstory of what this thing was about, but it just looks bonkers. I have no other way to... I have no way to explain what it's like. It's like they're stuck in TV shows. It's like they're stuck in black and white TV shows of the 50s and 60s, and sometimes they're stuck in like 70s Brady Bunch style TV shows. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with it, but WandaVision, starring Wanda and Vision. So there you go. So that's it. I don't know. I can't tell you what it's about. But it comes out on January 15th.
There was a show that came out in like the 80s or 90s that was similar to that, but not with superheroes. Like I can hear the theme song.
I don't know.
Color in our monochrome. Now we laugh all day and spend our money. We find the situation funny. Why does life seem so rerunny? Hi, honey, I'm home.
What?
Fun fact, I know a lot of TV theme songs.
You know more theme songs than you know actual names of TV shows.
I don't know the name of that show. But I swear it was about a TV sitcom family that was in a black and white TV show.
If somebody knows what she's talking about,
I'm going to look it up. It'll be a YouTube video.
Tell us.
It's a black and white TV show. That's where they start, and they got pulled out of the black and white TV show and put in real life. And so it was like them adjusting because they really thought they were the TV show, and so it was like them adjusting to.
I don't have any idea, but
in the 90s.
This sounds fascinating.
Oh,
it
was
might
hilarious.
be the entire plot for WandaVision.
I used to watch it in college for real.
Oh my goodness!
I don't remember the name. I will find the name. It will
if somebody knows the name,
in the YouTube video,
add it to us and you'll get a sticker.
Because I just sang half the TV theme song.
Seriously, I am blown away by that.
While you were talking about it, I was singing the song in my head. Like, what is the name of that show?
I am blown away by that. That was awesome. Just off the cuff.
Now she laughs all day and spends my money. I find the situation funny. Why does life seem so rerunny? Hi, honey, I'm home.
You got a skill set.
I do.
That's really great.
I really
hey,
do.
look,
that is a special skill
so
set.
this little Main Street segment's coming to an end, but we've got a new little segment.
Yes.
This season.
No more trivia.
No more trivia, which I loved. I thought it was great. I was doing fine.
No more trivia.
We've got
ended up negative, honey. That's not fine.
It's all point of view. This season we're doing Minnie Takes. Minnie Takes.
MINNIE.
Right. So what this is hidden deep within Christmas Mickey's.
It's funny. We should have gotten a mini one.
We should have gotten one, but I didn't see one. I didn't see a mini Christmas bucket.
Okay, so Minnie Takes.
Yes.
Random questions.
Random questions hidden deep within Mickey's head
Psyche.
here.
And so you're just going to pull one out.
I'm going to pull one out.
And ask it, and then we're both going to give our answer.
And obviously we've seeded these with questions.
Right, we don't know which question's going to come out.
I have no idea what question's going to come out.
Okay.
But if anyone else, you'll see what we're about to do here. If anyone else has anything that they would like to see us
submit
have
a
a take on, just add us with a question that goes into the mini take.
Yes. Okay,
All
so
right,
what's our question?
This week's question is, I know what you're going to say here. Which nation would you remove from World Showcase, and what would go in its place?
Okay. Okay, so you want me to go first?
Go for it.
I would remove China. Now, I want to say this is not like there's no racist reasons behind this. I have nothing against China.
Yes, you do.
Except for the fact that there's nothing to do in that pavilion. Mulan is hardly ever there. I mean, they do have the dumplings that you enjoy.
I do love the dumplings, but,
right? But
but
you
I
never
love Chinese dumplings.
Yeah,
Anyway.
right. You're gonna
I
get
don't
Mr.
ever-
Kamal's at Animal
Kingdom,
Kingdom 10
yeah.
times before you're gonna get the Chinese dumplings in China.
It's true.
Right? So Mulan is hardly ever there. The only thing you can do in that pavilion is watch a movie in like this weird little movie place.
Circle Vision.
Whatever. There's like nowhere to sit.
You do have to stand, I think,
You got
the
to
whole time.
stand. I don't want to stand after I've been walking all over the park. There's not anything to do in that pavilion. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
It is
pavilion.
beautiful.
But Japan is also beautiful. Right? I think Japan is gorgeous. Japan also has a store and a really cool Japanese steakhouse. So there's more
There's a couple of different restaurants, nice restaurants in
Yes,
Japan.
there's more to eat and more to do in the Japan pavilion, and there's just nothing in China. They either need to really beef that up and add more Mulan, cooler stores and cooler restaurants, and really call it a destination, or wipe it off the World Showcase. And I think they should replace it with Korea. 100%. I think they should replace it with Korea, because you would still be in that Asian theme, because that's over in the Asian section of the pavilion. But Korea is very distinctly different than Japan or China.
Sure.
The food is distinctly different. The culture is distinctly different. So I think there's something you could do there that would distinguish it. I'll be honest. I think a lot of people sort of blur Japan and China together in the World Showcase.
So I'm not going to miss anything if they decided to replace China with something else.
Okay.
That's not going to be my answer, because that's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm fine with that. We can wipe away China and replace it with Korea. I'm going to go with Canada because I don't get enough bang for my buck in Canada.
Yeah, no, not since they took out Off Kilter.
Well, and was that really Canadian? It was in the Canadian thing there, but
Whatever. That's the only reason I went to Canada.
exactly. That's my point, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, I like the little maple drink they do at Christmas time with the Crown Royal.
1 month a year.
The poutine is they could still serve that at the refreshment port that they have right there near Canada.
Yeah.
So that doesn't have to go away. Replace Canada, and I'm going to steal something that actually Connor and Caroline actually said on Poor Unfortunate podcast, because it was just a great idea, and great ideas we need more of. Greece. Put Greece in the World
wouldn't
Showcase.
That be nice?
I think that would be so neat.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that was a great idea. They
like
had,
a really
and I'm
cool
for it.
Santorini background.
Yes,
the
all
total photo op.
Yes, all the white stucco and they've got those gardens back there. They've got like these faux mountains back there behind Canada. They could turn those into cliffs over the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be that'd be a winner.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That was Minnie Take.
Okay, so let's move on to
until we'll just
thanks,
close
Mickey.
up Mickey until next week.
All
if
right.
you have any questions you'd like to see us toss back and forth, feel free to add us with those questions on Instagram or Twitter.
Yep. Here we go. Tomorrow.
Here we go.
So I am doing one that we have talked about doing for a while now. Wine Bar George.
Oh, good. I can't wait. I'm just going to sit back and listen.
You might as well, because I've got a whole list. So we were at Jacques Lindsay's when we were there this last trip.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. It was great. The
Yep.
drinks were good. The food was excellent.
Yep.
But the menu was pretty sparse from a drink or a food perspective. And I found myself wishing there was more options. And Wine Bar George has that.
Okay.
So, Jacques Lindsay's I Loved You, but the next time we're going to Wine Bar George. Okay, so first of all, it is owned by a master sommelier, George Milotes. I'm sorry, George, I probably screwed that up. I did watch your video on how to pronounce it, but we're just going to call you George. It is way more than a wine bar. Okay, they have cocktails, food, and everything looks amazing. So Disney Food Blog recently went during the pandemic to try out their, shortened menu. And they said every time they've been, they love Wine Bar George.
Okay.
But they said you would think it would be pretentious, but it is 1,000% not.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They call it a cozy yet modern vibe. Yeah, I think a lot of wine bars can come off as pretentious.
A sommelier anywhere feels pretentious.
Right. But if you saw George in some of his videos on his website, he's not a pretentious sommelier.
Okay. Down to earth.
Yeah, he's a very down-to-earth fella. So it opened in 2017. You have to follow them on Instagram. They are very drool-worthy. I love Wine Bar George on Instagram. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. They have brunch, dinner, and lunch. Now, I can't cover everything, so we're just going to hit some of the highlights on these menus that I think are amazing. So they have brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10:30 to 2. Here are some of the appetizers. Hummus. This is house-made hummus. Okay. You get an amazing portion. Frisee salad, smoked salmon, and here it is, people. Crispy mac and cheese bites.
Oh, that sounds good.
These are served on top. Have you not seen these?
I need to follow them. I have not followed them.
Oh, my goodness. It's served on top of a tomato sauce, sprinkled with pecorino cheese. Disney Food Blog described it as perfectly crispy, creamy, and oh so cheesy. And it looks phenomenal. They've got these bites at all their meals. Okay?
Oh, okay.
You
don't have to go at brunch to get these.
No. This is the thing. This is the Instagrammable dish. When people Instagram and tag Wine Bar George, they're tagging these mac and cheese bites. Look, and I just want to say, thank you, George, because we need more wine and cheese pairings in our life. So he has 3 different cheese boards, which I don't have time to cover. And then main plates. So I'm going to run through the main plates for brunch because they sound phenomenal.
Okay.
Fried chicken biscuit with pimento cheese, bacon relish, and a sunny side egg. Did you hear me say pimento cheese, bacon relish?
Yeah. I think he's borrowing, but go ahead.
Steak and egg frites with sriracha hollandaise.
That's good.
You know I love a hollandaise.
Yeah.
Sausage gravy and biscuits with bacon. Solid option. French toast with brioche bread, mascarpone cheese, and caramel sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what I'm ordering, and I'm telling you they got this at every meal, but it's different at every meal. Burrata.
Yeah.
Hear me say
cannot go with the burrata. Wrong with the burrata.
I love a burrata. And again,
cheese wrapped in cheese, man.
It's a wine bar. Thank you, George, for more wine and cheese pairings. I love seeing a wine bar embrace the cheese side of things. Sure. This is what we all need in our lives. So at brunch, it is a burrata with avocado, bacon, and ciabatta bread.
Yeah,
ciabatta bread. Hello. Yeah. Eggs Benedict with house-made chicken sausage, hollandaise, and a potato cake. Wine country omelet with artichoke, asparagus, olive and tomato medley, and Havarti cheese. George has cheese with like all of his meals. And again, I just want to say, I think George is brilliant.
Obviously.
I think he's totally brilliant. Okay, so they have desserts at brunch, which we all need more of in our life. An olive oil cake with candied olives and a lemon mascarpone.
Oh, that's fascinating.
A key lime pie. Okay, but here's what you want. The chocolate experience. This is a pairing demonstration of 3 wines with 3 chocolates. Hello, George.
3 wines and 3 chocolates.
This guy has my heart. We're going to pair it with either chocolate or cheese. Come on in, man. We got it on tap. Now, they have several cocktails that I think are fantastic, but you need this one. The Bacon Old Fashioned. Oh. This is a bacon-washed Buffalo Trace. I don't even know what that is. Walnut bitters and aromatic bitters. I'll probably get the wake-up call, which comes with espresso. Now, they have frozen drinks, and their frozen drinks are complimentary if you purchase one of their Corksicle Wine Bar George cups, which, hello, who doesn't need that?
Everybody needs more Corksicles in their life.
So they have some really cool stuff. They obviously have a Frosé, but then they have a Froscato mimosa with Dole Whip and a Frogelet.
Whatever that is.
It's so great. Also on Instagram. Like if you follow them on Instagram, you're going to see mac and cheese bites and the Corksicles.
Okay.
Dinner. A lot of small plates at dinner, but they do have some entrees. Okay. So I'm going to run through the small plates. Hummus, warm spiced olives, frisee salad, grilled romaine, crispy mac and cheese bites, shishito peppers, chicken skewers, grilled octopus salad. Here you go, hun. House-made meatballs sitting in 3 cheese polenta. Thank you, George. Man. Come on, man. More restaurants need to put cheese on the menu. You guys know that my love for cheese runs deep, and George is just singing to my heart.
It's true. I mean, he paired meatballs with basically cheese grits.
Yes.
Come on. Why has nobody ever done that before?
But here we go for dinner. Burrata with seasonal tomatoes and olive oil. Thank you, George. I can get a burrata at any meal. I had to look this one up. Saganaki on fire.
I know what this is.
This is freaking flaming cheese.
Yeah, it is.
Flaming cheese.
It looks crazy.
The waiter sets it on fire tableside and then squeezes a lemon over the top of it. It's served with crostini.
Yep.
Now, this looks like a massive block of cheese. Could I get the Saganaki on fire and the burrata? And then whatever wines he wants to bring me.
That's right. Bring me any wines you want, man.
I love George. This man knows cheese, and he knows how to pair it with wine, and I'm for it. He's got cheese plates at dinner, too. Entrees, short ribs with red potato mash and caramelized veggies, chicken breast with mushrooms and a Yukon hash,
Okay.
Iberico pork tenderloin with black-eyed peas, braised chard, and porcini mushroom sauce. They also have family-style plates, skirt steak with roasted potatoes, seasonal veggies, grilled Greek sea bass. Their lunch menu has a lot of the small plates as the same as the dinner menu, but then a few entrees are more like lunchy.
Yeah.
Chicken salad sandwich with house-made chips, a BLT plus C on brioche. Now, when I used to eat meat, that was my sandwich. I would get a BLT and I would tell them to add cheese, and I used to always say,
Guess what?
BLTs always need cheese. George
Understands that.
George is my man. He
George
knows
understands.
it. A BLT needs cheese. And please, let's put it on brioche. He also has steak frites. Now, here's the cool thing. They actually have a counter service window under the upstairs seating area.
Oh.
And it's called the basket. Now, the basket has some really interesting pairings. So at the basket, you can get queso fries with frosé.
Oh, gosh.
I love this man.
This guy, how did we not do this while we were there?
You can get this, honey. Buffalo fries paired with frosé. They have some other things to go and some other drink options. Here's the cool part about the basket. If you spend $60 or more, which is fairly easy because those two little matches were $21 each.
Okay.
That I showed you about.
This is easy.
You spend $60 or more, they actually give you a picnic basket. So they have other things, like other to-go things that you can get, already. They have a kids menu, but why would you? They also have a really cool-looking cocktail menu, an amazing wine menu with wines on tap. And they're organized by whites, reds, champagne, outstanding whites, outstanding reds,
Oh, nice.
and experiences. Now, the experiences range from like $65 to $250. These aren't necessarily flights. Some of these are like 2 ounces for $250.
Oh, my word. So those, okay.
And then there's a section called George's Finds. Finds. Yes, they're not all expensive. Some of those are very reasonable.
Okay, that makes sense.
He also has a current cocktail that he found somewhere that he's really into, I think called the Hoot. It's on every menu. I love George.
I can't believe we didn't do this while we were there.
I think it was a fail, honey, and I'm sorry. Jock Lindsay's was great.
Yeah, but this sounds amazing.
I'm in love with George.
Why wouldn't you be? Everybody should be. Okay, awesome. That's a great way to start 2021.
I think so.
All right, here we go. So you know what? I'm gonna ease into 2021.
Okay, I mean, I went full bore.
You did. We're done with Christmas. We're done with New Year. My eyes are on spring, and with spring for me comes beaches. Okay. I love a beach.
Okay.
I love the feel of the sand between my toes. And so I decided to just take a look at, and also on our last trip, I took a couple of mornings while we were at Poly, and I just walked down the beach.
Yeah.
I took the long way over to Captain Cook's so that I could take a stroll on the beach.
Right.
And I found that I loved that.
Yeah.
So I said, how many of the resorts at Disney have beaches?
Huh, that's cute.
Yeah, so I'm just going to run through the list of the resorts that have beaches and some of my favorite things to do on the Disney beaches. Now,
oh, okay, that's fun.
yeah, so Coronado Springs Resort, which is, by the way, I think I've never even been over there, but I think it's a highly underrated resort. It is sprawling. It's got a lot of restaurants. It's got a tower. It's got some more spread out buildings. But they've got a beach in front of one of their older buildings. It looks like a pretty large beach that you can go and sun yourself.
Have we ever stayed there?
No, we've never stayed. I've never been through the gate there.
Huh.
But I mean, they've got a nice convention center there, so I know a lot of conventions happen at Coronado Springs.
Okay.
But they've got a beach on their lake. Obviously, the Caribbean Beach Resort, they've got 6 beaches in front of every one of their resort areas. If you don't know, the Caribbean Beach is organized in like over 50 separate buildings, and the buildings are clumped into
like islands,
yeah. Right? So you've got an area that is Martinique, an area that is Aruba, North and South Trinidad. Mm-hmm. Each one of those island groups has their own beach. On the
I did not realize that.
Yeah, they each have their own beach. So if you're staying in South Trinidad, there's an area you can go and sit on a beach there.
But you're not going into the water.
You're not going into the water.
Right, because there's alligators.
There's alligators, and there's been some attacks from alligators in recent years, some horrific ones. Right. And so all the beaches now actually have fencing
like road
set up.
Fencing.
Yeah, and tell you to beware. Yes. They've always had signs up anyway, but they've actually put up fencing. But I found that for the activities that I like to do on the beach there, that doesn't really mess up anything in terms of ambiance or whatever. But yeah, so Caribbean Beach has got 6 different beaches, and then there's one of them is right there off of the main pool there at their Port Royal house or whatever.
Okay.
The Yacht and Beach Club, obviously they've got a long beach right there on the water across from the boardwalk, and you walk a pathway along the beach there as you go to EPCOT. Right. So they've got and does the pool there also count as a beach?
Yeah, it does.
I think you have to count that as a beach.
Because it's a walk-in pool with sand.
Sand.
It's a sand bottom pool
with
a walk-in.
Sand bottom pool, right? So I have to count that as a beach.
I love a sand bottom pool.
Yeah. The Dolphin and Swan, it appeared, and I've never been really over there, but it appeared on their maps like they've got a beach, which I think is pretty interesting, right between them, right? Fort Wilderness has a patch of sand. They have a very small beach right near their marina. So when you take the ferry from the Magic Kingdom to Fort Wilderness, like you're going to see the Hoop-Dee-Doo music review.
Right.
There's some sand. There's a sandy beach there right off the marina. So that it counts. It counts. Okay. I don't know if a lot of people realize that the Contemporary Resort actually has a pretty nice sized beach on the back side of their resort facing Bay Lake away from Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yep. On the side of the Contemporary where their pool and their fire pit and all that stuff is, they've actually got a beach out there.
We didn't go over there when we stayed at Bay Lake.
We didn't go over to that part of the grounds, no. But
because it was Christmas time.
It was, but Bay Lake also has a small beach dedicated to it too, right off their pool. Yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah, and they all face away from the Magic Kingdom. Okay. And then of course you've got Grand Floridian has a beach, and in fact, I don't know if you can actually do this, but it honestly looks like you could walk on sand from the Grand Floridian down their beach all the way to Polynesian and just keep walking on the beach to the marina there. So I don't know if that's actually possible, but it looks like it. In any case, Grand Floridian's got a nice sized beach, and then Polynesian, except for where their marina is, they've got sand.
They've got
a nice beach.
Amazing Adirondack chairs.
Yeah, great Adirondack chairs.
Don't they have a volleyball court?
They've got a volleyball court. A number of these places actually have a volleyball court.
Yeah.
Polly's Fire Pit. Most of these resorts almost all of them have a fire pit because most of the resorts do like s'mores or campfire readings a few times a week. Yeah. Every week they use these fire pits.
Right.
But Polly's is right on the beach.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's nice.
And also 2 other beaches that are not really resorts, but Typhoon Lagoon, the entire place is almost sand. And then of course it's a big sprawling beach as it goes into their wave pool there.
Yeah.
And then Blizzard Beach has a nice sized beach going into their wave pool also.
Right.
It's not a resort, so you can't really take an early morning stroll on the beach or do the nighttime activities there, but it is technically a beach.
Yeah, I think Polly's probably my favorite. It feels the most like a natural beach.
It does. It feels, the whole place feels tropical, and it feels like, I mean, Florida's tropical air, so any one of the beaches that you just decide to sort of chill on, you feel you feel like you're on a beach. Yeah. But so some of the things that specifically that I think are underrated activities, people don't take the time to do them enough when you're in the hustle and bustle of an average Disney trip, is those walks on the beach in the morning.
Yeah, we're guilty of that.
We are. I did that this last time. I made an effort just to go out there and take a stroll on the beach. There's usually music playing because there's always music playing.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's quiet. It's actually a really great start to what's ultimately going to be a busy day, probably.
Absolutely.
Specifically right now during pandemic, because the parks are closing earlier, it actually opens you up to some nighttime activities that you might not normally consider doing.
Sure.
One, they're not doing a lot of these right now because of pandemic, but firework watching. That's a big one at the beaches.
Especially at Poly. That's my favorite place
at Poly
to view the Magic Kingdom fireworks.
We've watched the Magic Kingdom fireworks a couple of times from the beach at Poly. And there's a couple different experiences. If you're away from the pool, where you can be well away from the pool and still be on the beach, you watch the fireworks, it's beautiful. But if you're actually near the pool at Poly when they're doing the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, they actually sync the music at the pool to the music that's taking place in the park, which is a really cool thing.
So you can literally be in the hot tub watching the fireworks and hearing the music.
You can, and I need to get out of the hot tub and go put my feet in the sand a little bit to watch these fireworks.
So one time you and I accidentally did it. And then the other time we planned it. Like we took our Adirondack chairs out there. We got good spots. We had a lower level room. We were away from the pool. We had dinner.
So one of my activities was actually dinner.
It was fantastic.
Dinner on the beach. We ordered room service at Poly once and carried our deck furniture out to the beach in front of our building. Ate a late dinner, and watched the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom sitting on the beach.
And another couple did it too.
They did it.
They saw us doing it, and they pulled their deck chairs.
Their stuff out there too. Yeah, that's a lot easier to do when you're on the first floor.
Yeah.
But there's furniture out there.
Oh yeah, there's amazing Adirondacks and plenty of them.
Yeah. So that is absolutely something to do, is to grab a quick service meal from somewhere, go sit in the furniture on the beach at Poly, watch the fireworks. You can do the same thing on the beach at the yacht club. There was one night while we were staying there, while you were at the pool area, I actually went out to the beach in front of the yacht club and was able to watch the fireworks at EPCOT go off.
Wow.
And then literally turn around and see some of the fireworks that go off for Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. So firework watching from the beach, pair any of these with dinner on whatever beach, because all of these beaches you can get to a quick service by the pool pretty quickly. Maybe at Caribbean Beach it's tougher. The other one is the electric water pageant. Sit on the beach and watch the electric water pageant from Grand Floridian, from Poly, from Fort Wilderness, Contemporary. All of them offer wonderful views of the water pageant.
Yeah.
So that's, that is an underappreciated aspect. It's a lot of effort to maintain a beach. Every day you go out there on the beach at Poly and it's re-swept so that it's pristine every day.
It's perfect. And the chairs are arranged perfectly.
I think it's underappreciated, and it's something that people should take advantage of more.
You're right. You're totally right about that.
So
well done, honey. I really like that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So one thing I want to say about the beaches is if you've got a kid that's sensitive to light or sound or large crowds, watching fireworks on the beach is a good idea.
It is a great idea, actually.
Or maybe if you have a wife that's sensitive to large crowds.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
No. That's very good point. So
yeah, great point.
Beaches are relaxing. So there you go. In the can, the first show of 2021, first show of season 3. So excited about it, and hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Go out to the iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts, subscribe, give us a rating and a review. It really helps us collect listeners.
It does. And if you're looking for more things Disney, please visit scfadp.com. That's S for Super, C for Kelli, F for Fragilistic, A for Awesome, D for Disney, P for Podcast. As promised, this season comes with more bonus episodes. So this week we're going to be posting a bonus pod and bonus YouTube video reviewing our dinner at Topolino's Terrace.
Woohoo!
Yum!
That's right. Keep an eye out for that on the website. Keep an eye out for it on our Instagram and Twitter feeds. Follow us there. Chat with us there at SCFADP. The more the merrier.
Yes, we would love to hear from you.
And with that, we hope to see you real soon.